What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Hum Baby Baseball channel. And today, is it possible that the San Francisco Giants could sign a big free agent this coming off season? Maybe someone like Aaron Judge, who's from the area, from California, went to Fresno State. Could he sign with the Giants? Obviously, we've heard rumors like this before about, the Giants signing maybe Bryce Harper, maybe Giancarlo Stanton. It never seems to happen. But we still talk about it, right? It would be amazing. There's also some talk about possibly the Giants getting someone like Juan Soto from the Nationals in a trade, but I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure about giving up. As Keith Franzen has just subscribed. Thank you, Keith Franzen. I'm not so sure about giving up a whole bunch of top prospects like, talking about Matos, talking about Harrison, talking about even Luciano. That's what it would take, and then some for someone like Soto. Which, maybe it's a good deal. Maybe, because, Soto's a proven big league star. And you never know. It could happen. I'm just saying, I don't know about, giving up a whole bunch of our future for one guy. As great as that guy might be, I'm a little iffy about it. But, and still, you're going to, his contract's going to run out. If you want to keep him, you're going to have to extend him or give him a massive, contract. Something like $500 million, for someone like that. So, I don't know. I don't see Juan Soto ever becoming a Giant. But what about Judge? And even if we could get Judge, is it a good idea to get someone like Judge? Giants find themselves in a position where they could go after a high-priced free agent. Obviously, they didn't sign a whole bunch. They signed Rodón this offseason. They signed Jock Peterson, a pretty good deal, not too expensive. Rodón was the biggest deal. Money-wise, he's been awesome, except for that most recent start. Sucked, but overall, love Rodón. He's been amazing. And now the Giants are going to have a payroll around $104 million with the league's competitive balance tax around $233. That gives a lot of wiggle room. MLB Network analyst and baseball columnist Jon Heyman mentions in his latest article that the Giants are seen as a possible landing spot for Aaron Judge. So Jon Heyman has mentioned it as Judge. He says the Giants are seen as another potential landing spot for Aaron Judge, who grew up a Giants fan. Though they specialize in bargains, they did make a spirited attempt for Bryce Harper, finishing second to Philadelphia. So it is definitely possible. The Giants are not, completely against signing big free agents. It's just not their MO. Obviously, it's a better idea to draft well and get someone like Judge or someone like Soto as a draft pick, where you get him, relatively cheap for, his first 5-6 years in the big leagues, instead of signing someone who's already a big superstar, but maybe they're in their 30s. And you just never know what you're going to get. You hope you're going to get the, MVP beast Aaron Judge, but he has been injury prone in the past. He does strike out a ton. Giants are a team that has our biggest free agent, or not our biggest free agent, but our biggest prospect, our big number 2 overall pick right now in Joey Bart. Been striking out quite a bit, more even than Aaron Judge does. So, I don't know if we want a big high strikeout rate guy right now either. Judge's biggest year obviously was back in 2017. That's when he was a Rookie of the Year. He hit 52 bombs. He also walked 127 times, drove in 114 runs. I mean, that is a massively productive year. He got second in the MVP vote, won a Silver Slugger, but since then, he's been quite injury prone, played 112 games in 18, 102 games in 19, just 28 games in the shortened 2020 season, and a relatively healthy 2021. He played in 148 games, hit 287 with 39 home runs. Still really hasn't repeated that 2017 season, although this year he's tearing it up, hitting 307, 14 bombs already in just 137 at-bats, leads the league in runs scored, home runs. And I feel like he's kind of cut down his strikeouts. So that's all good. But the thing is, this guy recently turned down, I believe, a 7-year, $213 million extension, meaning obviously he wants more than that. 7 years, $213 million, that's not going to cut it. So I don't know what he's looking for, but it's going to be something massive. He's already 30, not old or anything, but the latter part of whatever contract he signs, I think I can see him definitely having some rough years, a lot of injury riddled years down the line, especially, and maybe even earlier in his contract, whatever he signed. So to be quite honest, this is just my thoughts. Put yours in the comment section down below. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Don't get me wrong. If the Giants were to sign Judge, I'd be excited. It would be so much fun to watch him. I mean, hit some bombs, in batting practice and even in the games, deep. Maybe he can hit the glove out in left field at Oracle Park. He's going to clear the bleachers out there. It's going to be so much fun. It would be so much fun to have a guy like Aaron Judge in the lineup for the Giants. And hey, it's not my money. If they can afford him, if they think that's best for the team, go for it. But just personally, if you're going to give him a 7-8 year deal or just an insane amount of money going through his, age 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, a guy who's been injury prone in his 20s.
Don't do it.
I don't know. I think it's a very risky contract. I almost think no. I almost think I wouldn't do it. I'd rather allocate that money a little differently, sign 2 guys or sign extra, do what the Giants have been doing. I'm not saying don't sign a big free agent, but Aaron Judge, I don't know, he may be a little more superstar than actual production in his 30s. And in other words, it might more be about the name, Aaron freaking Judge, than the numbers you're going to get as he gets into his 30s. But I could be completely wrong. I'm not trying to say he's not good and I wouldn't want to have him.
Oh, senor, too much money.
Could be talking about close to $300 million, what he ultimately ends up signing. And I don't know. What do you guys think, though? Also, shout out to Joe Panic, who has announced his retirement and, a forever Giant, great player. And I hope he enjoys his retirement with his family and everything. And a lot of stuff is going on right now in baseball. But I just wanted to talk about this story here, this potential landing spot for Aaron Judge. Like I said, if it happens, hey, I'm happy. Let me know what y'all think about Aaron Judge potentially in the orange and black. Let me know what you think about it, and we'll talk about it. Have a great one, and we'll see ya. Control, straight to the hole. I got no chance of ever making